Okay, so today I'm going to be doing analysis on Wizzrobe versus Kpan at the big house. So, yep, I'm just going to take some notes. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, but basically at Big House I was noting that Wizzrobe his usage of instant double jump against Falco, it seems like it's changed a bit, and also he was doing some stuff against Mango that was irregular, and also against Kpan. Kpan was also double lasering like every time, and I saw Wizzrobe do an interesting like jump over it and then stomped him. I just want to like see how he punished these typical Falco behaviors. So Wizzrobe does a dash back power shield, which is way easier. So Wizzy does a dash back power shield on a high laser. I tested the frame leniency. It depends on when you do your dash, but really much easier to do to extend power shield window for high lasers. And the thing is that Falcos want to shoot high lasers against Falcon because they want to stop him from jumping. So then when they shoot those high lasers, you do a dash back power shield like this, and then the Falcos are going to be scared from shooting again because, oh no, he's just going to dash back power shield again, or he's going to dash back power shield and abuse frame advantage. So I think dash back power shield is just like something you want to abuse. Not abuse, but just like learn and utilize as Falcon in this matchup, just to either force them to shoot low lasers, which you can jump over, or just make them scared to laser in general, because they're gonna shoot mid or high lasers to stuff your short hop approaches and just stuff just like your general movement. Yeah, so Wizzy times his instant double jump when Kpan is in the corner, so that he comes down when Kpan has lasered. So Kpan is able to dash dance. So I'm just going to elaborate on each point I make in here. This is all like basic stuff that you could just notice from watching, but I'm going to elaborate it on the video. So Kpan is able to dash dance, and he does, but the only way that he can evade Wizzy's bear at the moment is covering this space. So the only way Kpan can avoid it is if he dash dances into the very corner, at which point you just like either take the platform or just do like a land and then continue to pressure. But Kpan goes for a dash dance, and I think he dashes back in, so he gets caught by the back air because Wizzrobe was covering that space. And then he lands, so Wizzrobe doesn't get anything true off it, but it was just like good position for Wizzrobe. That double jump near seems like it did cover the double jump sweet spot to ledge. At which point, even if only the first hit of near connected against Kpan, then Kpan would have been forced to be below stage. At which point Wizzrobe could just go for a free weak knee gimp. I need to test. When Falco / Fox up Bs from below stage and goes straight up, are they able to drift around the ledge hop back air? Because like right now, I'm pretty sure they can't, but I've never actually tested it. So like in this very situation, so he grabs ledge, and so that he has intangibility and doesn't have to trade or risk anything like that. So then he back airs. So Kpan goes straight up, and then he just back airs to cover it. And then obviously Kpan lost his jump, so DI'd it. Obviously free knee. I need to check what percent does Falco Afro not over. Well, I guess I could just check now, right? So Falco Ford Pro against Falcon. Tumble, yeah. So I'll just check what percent it starts putting Falcon into tumble. Does it do it at 40? No, damn. I thought it would have been at... Okay, so below 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. So it's at 41%. 41% that Falco Afro starts knocking over, which means that adding, I think it's done before the Afro hit, so like, so yeah, like 41% before the Afro, which is pretty interesting. So at that point, because obviously then if you DI in corners and stuff, you can get Afro tag chased by Falco, stuff like that, but it's interesting. That was really good coverage by Kpan. So Wizzrobe went for the double jump sweet spot around the double jump straight up, and then horizontal sweet spot around. Kpan catches him with a ledge hop back air. It looks like Wizzrobe could have drifted around this particular ledge hop back air, but if they start, he could have either double jumped into the stage, or double jumped. He could have double jumped just above the stage and then just like wave landed on. Or he could have double jumped into stage, and then Kpan wouldn't have really been able to do much. It feels like Kpan just called out Wizzrobe's. Kpan either called out this option that Wizzrobe does. Also, he called out a double jump sweet spot attempt. So it was just option coverage by Kpan. Seeing that Kpan went to ledge, Wizzrobe might have been able to just like side B. Maybe. Or if he could have just also air dodged into the stage now that Kpan had read his option. But yeah, Kpan just calls him out. Brother on the B-boy tip with crime on spit. I tag the charts with the graphical hits. So who you fucking with? Arm, leg to arm, head. Snapping your neck back while you spit out a pen. I be the original son of a bitch, hurting your wrist. Cause you spinning my shit so much the needle skip. Flip to the rhythm and reminisce. Remember the days and 9-4 hip hop as a gift. Words out of her lips came straight from the heart. That was a pretty obvious place to do an instant double jump. It's just by the time Kpan could get a laser out, Wizzrobe was able to do an instant double jump over it, and then threatened with back air. I need to test. Falco double laser punishes. I need to test like the best ways to punish them. I know Wizzrobe tries some stuff here. Like he tried crouch cancel down tilt. I'm not sure if that works. and he tried some other stuff, but I'll just have to like test them. I think Wizzrobe might be able to do a stomp there, but he might be too far away. My eyes remain closed cause my highs are lows. I'm feeling the blows of rain cause my pain is cold. Now who am I? A man or a pawn in life? Living day to day, I pray, am I wrong or right? Losing my mind, so maybe you can help me find the way to go, so I can be leaving this pain behind, trying to sleep. Sleep is the cousin of death, said a wise man from Queensbridge on BT blessed. Trying to rest, instead I rest my head on a pillow of hardships. Misery is the bed, on my back I lie, I can see the skies through a glass ceiling. The reason tears drowning my eyes and I can't move. Grief won't let me think, my soul is dry. I crawled just to take a drink, I made you blink. Think like Kpan called out the dodge jump up horizontal sweet spot again. Again, similar options the Wizzrobe could have done against it, but it's like it's a good option for Falcon to go with because it requires the opponent to commit to call him out with either like a run off dodge jump aerial, or in this case Kpan's grabbing ledge, which allows Wizzrobe other ways to get back on stage. But Kpan keeps going for it because he knows the Wizzrobe is going to keep going for the recovery method. Wait, I need a test. Does take laser dash back instant double jump avoid Falco laser aerial approaches? Because if it does, then that means you can do it against both their laser aerial approaches and laser approaches. Because if it does, then that means you can do take laser dash back and instant double jump to avoid the aerial, which would they would be able to shield or dash dance, but it's sort of like a soft reset on the situation, and you're above them and you can mix up like fastball timings. Or if they do a laser approach and you instant double jump over it, then maybe you could come down, maybe sort of similar thing there, but if they instead decided to camp with, or shoot more lasers, then you can come down on them with a falling aerial.
Say if I was your MIC, do you think you could treat me properly instead of dropping me and abusing me? Sometimes I wish y'all would stop using me. Say if I was your MIC,
I think Wizzrobe could have done basically anything there except for that F smash. I think he was probably going for a knee, which is why, and he may have messed up, I don't know.
I'm connected, unable to exit. Escape's impossible. Oh no, he got me in the chokehold. Please make him put me back. Why me black? I scream frantically, causing feedback. Probably after ruckus when him and his crew touches. Has to be going to escape from his sweaty clutches. Losing it, slowly becoming suicidal. Cause of his weak recital, crowds become homicidal. I'm trapped there wondering why the others didn't warn me. I could've avoided this whack nigga spitting on me. Microphone respect, 1, 2, 1, 2. Say without a microphone, what you gonna do? Say microphone respect, 2, 1, 2, 1. Yo, without an MIC, what you gonna do, son? Yo, microphone respect, 1, 2, 1, 2. Say without a microphone, what you gonna do? Yo, microphone respect, 2, 1, 2, 1.
I noticed that against Kpan and Mango, Wizzrobe was often, I skipped past it. Wizzrobe was often, when he jumped and committed, if he got lasered out of like a short hop, he'd just do an instant double jump backwards. So, note, if Wizzy commits to a short hop aerial, either an approach or nair / aerial in place, and Falco lasers him, he'll often just double jump backwards out of the laser hits them to avoid Falco's movement forward. If they're close enough, they can combo on the hit, but most of the time they're either not gonna like notice quick enough, or that they're gonna be too far away, and so the dodging backwards is just gonna make you reset neutral, and then you can just like go back into like they might try to laser your landing, in which case you could fast fall and power shield the laser or something like that. But yeah, like in this case, Wizzrobe goes for a dodging backwards. Kpan just messed up and he just did an accidental roll, it looks like. But yeah. Wizzrobe pretty much at this level, like pretty much everyone is gonna try to reaction tech chase, at least like most of the time. Even if it doesn't look like it, like Mango especially, like he reaction tech chases like most of the time. But people just like to focus on the read based. So everyone pretty much just reaction tech chases to a certain extent. And so Wizzrobe often just does get up raptor boosts like excessively to punish like late reaction tech chases, because obviously it's pretty hard. If at a lower level where people aren't reaction tech chasing as much, you wouldn't want to do this because it's extremely punishable. But when everyone's just trying to reaction tech chase, there's no point in not go for it, because if your opponent messes up, you get a massive punish from it. If they don't mess up, then you wouldn't have been able to raptor boost anyway. So it's sort of like a, oh well, just try for it. Saying that, Falcos are going to be the least reaction tech chase people. So, note, this is just like a personal note, I need to continue to practice aerial tech chase corner coverage. Just there, Wizzrobe did a knee on the tag in place after Kpan didn't DI his down throw, and then re-grabbed the tech roll in. I think there you'd wanna, like, this is the perfect percent where I think Falcon would either want to crouch cancel stomp or crouch cancel raptor boost in the mistack regular gap attack situation. Yeah, Wizzrobe didn't have space to dash forward there. He went for the double knee, which would have worked if he did have the space. See, I actually think Falco combos on Falcon on FD are actually heavily overrated, because without platforms, I think FDI is much stronger, and Falcon isn't, like, he doesn't fall as fast as Spaceys, so he's less wave shine comboable, which means that you force Falco to commit to either an up tilt or an aerial. Up tilt's better because Falco can get either tech chases or more combos off it, but most Falcos, they tend to just pretty much just aerial. So in this case, Kpan down is, which you just SDI. if he up airs, then you either SDI or DI away. You can obviously cross up with that aerial, but in general, I think you have more opportunities to escape punishes on FD than, well, wave shine combos. I mean, like low percent, because on platform stages, Falco has some weird tricks he can do, either to throw off DI or to cover all DIs, depending for shine waveland on side platform tech chasers. Not just tech chasers, just combos. But yeah. Falco throws are reactable. There's no reason for him to be getting any DI mix-ups on his throws. You just no DI, react to the fact that he up throws, SDI the lasers away, and then falling up there because you're heavy. And then if he back throws, you just react and then either SDI the lasers down, away, or down and away. If he down throws, then just mix up and he's forced to read. That's pretty much it. And then if he F throws, I'm not sure if F throw is reactable. So test, is Falco F throw reactable? If not, can you miss DI and still escape all punishes? Because you want to do, I guess you could technically just DI down, and then that'll cover F throw because you'll be DIing like down, and then it'll cover for up throw. It'll be like no DI, which means that then you can just react from holding down and then SDI away, and it'll also cover for back throw. So that seems important. So when grabbed by Falco, DI down until you see what throw he does. The DI down is good for F throw and back throw, while it's treated as no DI on up throw, which is good because you want to take the lasers. So I just pretty much thought of that just now. But yeah, that seems like it just covered all of his throw options except for down throw, at which point Falco is forced to make a 1 out of 9 read, something like that. You'd assume it's be like 1 in 3, but there's more options available to Falcon than you would actually think. Actually, it'd probably be like 1 in 16, but he could cover multiple at a time, maybe. But the standard 4, obviously, those are going to be the main ones you go for just because they're the easiest.
Out of time, and it's funny, I guess, because we strive to make something that is truly timeless, that'll never tarnish and maintain its beauty. But is that the nature of the time? They say that we got 15 minutes to shine.
Wizzrobe just got lasered, and then he landed and did a shield. Was this just Kpan being slow, or was this actually like, you can do this? Let's check. So 2, 3. No, it looks like Kpan was being frame perfect. So Wizzy gets lasered out of his short hop nair. He lands and shields Kpan's frame perfect. Looks like a frame perfect short hop dare approach. So, and then obviously high dare is just going to be unsafe on shield, so you'd either want to wave dash forward, or I think Wizzrobe tends to just do back air at shield. So he just stayed in shield and then rolled. That's fine. But I'm wondering, did Wizzy fast roll after the short up nair? like after you got lasered? Would that be important? So I'll just say test. I'll just like add on to this with plus test. Does Falcon need to fast fall? Does it work? So that's just relevant. That was a really good instant double jump. He caught Kpan, it looks like, before he could do anything. So Kpan lasered. So Kpan was he just got over the laser, but it looks like Kpan was able to act with something, but he would either have been forced to shield Wizzrobe's back air, which is a very good position for Falcon to have Falco stuck in shield in the corner, or he would have had to have dashed back off stage, which I'm sure he didn't want to do. He tried to dash forward like this, and he just ended up running into Wizzrobe's back air. But yeah, that was a really good instant double jump. Wizzrobe goes for the instant double jump stomp over the double laser again. I want to say the instant double jump stomp is pretty safe. I'm not sure, like, if Falco was to ledge dash, I feel like you're putting yourself in a pretty bad position. I know Kpan doesn't really ledge dash that much, at least in this set he didn't, like, at all. There's the instant double jump stomp working out for Wizzrobe. It looks like it was just like a hard read on, yeah, so he just, I wonder whether it was just, oh damn, it looks like Kpan got his shield out. Did it shield poke or what? So Kpan got his shield out and it's still poked. Okay, that's interesting. So Wizzy instant double jump stomps over double laser. It shield pokes Kpan. I need to ask him. Obviously, so test. Is this consistent? As in, did he do this on purpose? And also, I'm probably gonna message Wizzrobe to ask if he was like looking for a shield poke or whether he was just hoping to punish the end lag. That's really interesting. He just straight up kills him for it. So right then, Wizzrobe did a short hop nair, and the timing was such that he got it over. So he did the well, I'm just gonna go back and see like what he did before he did the short hop. So it looks like he just took the laser. So he missed. So it was an instant double jump out there, so he wasn't able to like crouch or anything. So he just took the laser he just took the laser, and then he did a short hop nair over Kpan's approaching laser. I'm gonna test if that works. Whoops. Because if it does, then that seems like really good. That was at the start of game 3, but yeah. So Wizzy takes a laser, then short hop nairs. Well, I need to test this, but yeah. So test. Wizzy takes a laser and then short hop nairs over Kpan's approaching laser. I need to test whether this is a true thing, as in whether it like consistently works, or whether it was just Kpan being late on the laser. But yeah. Kpan calls out the recovery method again. He seems like he's got good understanding of that Falcon recovery option. and because it's like the standard one that all the good Falcons tend to go for. Like Wizzrobe and S2J especially, they tend to use it like almost every time, just because it's like the hardest to really punish. That was funny. I don't know why, but I keep seeing Wizzrobe do that F throw in corners. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but like it doesn't even look like the opponent's in a position to edge cancel. You probably could just like down throw and then cover the attack in place and then grab the attack roll in. But he keeps going for this F throw for some reason. I'm not sure what it is. I would have pivot need there. Just gonna be cooler. But it would have been unnecessary. So in his instant double jump, Wizzy reacted to Kpan's roll in and placed a low neon shield. I mean, I saw S2J do that a bit too, where he just instant double jump and react into it, but I don't remember what S2J did, but yeah. I'm not sure whether Wizzrobe was specifically calling out the wave dash back there, or whether he was trying to cover a wave dash back and a roll. So I need to test a lot actually. But so test, does the fly by knee that Wizzy does cover wave dash back and roll back? Because I know he covers rolls with it. Wizzrobe, like, he's been doing that like constantly recently, where he'll get a low aerial on shield and then he'll immediately just go for a flyby knee to cover the roll away, because it seems to be like a really common option, and Wizzrobe is just calling it out. But if it covers the wave dash back too, then that seems really good. I don't know whether that was a reaction, but Falcon can do that on reaction, but Wizzrobe isn't really known for aerialing on reaction. That was a really high double laser. But yeah, that was it. So that was pretty good analysis. I got a lot to test out of it, and I learned quite a few things in neutral. But yeah, so I'll see you all in the next analysis.